From the verdant Asian shore of Istanbul, a magnificent structure commands attention: Beylerbeyi Palace. It stands as a profound architectural statement, directly reflecting the ambitions and cultural crosscurrents of the Ottoman Empire in the mid-19th century. Positioned strategically on the Bosphorus, its presence is not merely aesthetic, it speaks of imperial power and a desire to connect with, yet distinctively assert, Ottoman identity. This palace, often overshadowed by its more famous counterparts, harbors a narrative rich with innovation, tragedy, and enduring beauty. Our investigation begins with its striking visual impact and pivotal location. The genesis of Beylerbeyi Palace can be directly attributed to Sultan Abdülaziz, who reigned from 1861 to 1876. During his rule, the Ottoman Empire was undergoing significant modernization, often looking towards Europe for inspiration in administration, military, and even lifestyle. Abdülaziz himself was known for his fascination with Western culture, particularly the French Second Empire style, and his frequent travels to Europe. Sources indicate this direct exposure deeply influenced his vision for new imperial residences, demanding a palace that would embody both Ottoman grandeur and contemporary European elegance. The site upon which Beylerbeyi Palace now stands was not vacant. Historical records confirm the existence of an earlier wooden palace, also known as Beylerbeyi, constructed during the reign of Sultan Mahmud II. This original structure, like many Ottoman palaces of its era, was primarily built of timber and had undergone multiple renovations. By the mid-19th century, however, its structural integrity was reportedly compromised, and its style no longer aligned with Abdülaziz's modernizing aspirations. Consequently, the decision was made to demolish the aging wooden palace to make way for a more substantial and imposing edifice. Sultan Abdülaziz's mandate for the new palace was clear and ambitious. He envisioned a summer residence that would serve not only as a private retreat but also as a state guesthouse for visiting foreign dignitaries. This dual purpose necessitated a design that was both opulent and functional, capable of impressing European royalty while adhering to Ottoman imperial customs. Sources suggest the Sultan's personal involvement in the planning was significant, reflecting his specific tastes and expectations for a modern, grand structure that would project the image of a progressive and powerful empire to the world. The challenging task of designing and constructing Beylerbeyi Palace fell to the renowned Bolayan family of Armenian Ottoman architects. Specifically, Sarkis Bolayan, a prominent member of this prolific family, is widely credited as the chief architect. The Bolayans were responsible for many of the Ottoman Empire's most iconic 19th-century structures, including Dolmabahce Palace and Siragan Palace. Their expertise lay in their ability to seamlessly blend traditional Ottoman aesthetics with contemporary European architectural trends, making Sarkis Bolayan an ideal choice for Abdülaziz's specific vision for Beylerbeyi. The construction of Beylerbeyi Palace was a remarkably swift undertaking, considering the scale and intricacy of the project. Historical accounts confirm that the palace's foundations were laid in 1861, immediately following the demolition of the older wooden structure. The work progressed with considerable speed and efficiency, culminating in its completion in 1865. This four-year timeline suggests a highly organized workforce, robust logistical support, and substantial resources dedicated to realizing the Sultan's vision in a relatively short period, a testament to Ottoman imperial capabilities of the era. The construction of Beylerbeyi Palace required vast quantities of high-quality materials, sourced from various regions, both domestic and international. Marble, a dominant feature of the palace's exterior and certain interior spaces, was primarily brought from the quarries of Marmara Island and Afyon in Turkey, renowned for their pristine white and colorful varieties. Wood for structural elements and exquisite detailing was likely sourced from the abundant forests of Anatolia. Other specialized materials, such as specific types of glass, ceramics, and decorative metals, were imported, reflecting the empire's extensive trade networks and desire for the finest craftsmanship available. The architectural philosophy behind Beylerbeyi Palace is a sophisticated synthesis, embodying a conscious blend of neo-Baroque and empire styles prevalent in Europe, subtly integrated with traditional Ottoman elements. This fusion was not accidental but a deliberate choice by Sultan Abdülaziz and Sarkis Bolayan to create a structure that communicated both modernity and continuity. It showcased the Ottoman Empire's engagement with Western trends while firmly retaining its unique cultural identity. The resulting aesthetic is distinctive, moving beyond mere imitation to create a truly original expression of Imperial Ottoman art and architecture of the period. The exterior of Beylerbeyi Palace is characterized by a classical yet opulent design, predominantly clad in gleaming white marble. Its Bosphorus-facing facade, in particular, presents an impressive spectacle of symmetry and grandeur. Two large, three-story wings flank a central section, adorned with elegant columns, ornate balconies, and numerous windows that offer panoramic views of the strait. The meticulous detailing in the stone carvings, balustrades, and window frames showcases the high level of craftsmanship. This deliberate design ensured that the palace, viewed from the water, conveyed an image of imperial majesty to all who passed. The predominant material for Beylerbeyi's exterior is pristine white marble, contributing significantly to its luminous and elegant appearance. This choice was not merely for aesthetic appeal, marble offered durability and conveyed a sense of permanence and imperial wealth. The use of marble from Turkish quarries also highlighted local resources and craftsmanship. Through careful cutting and polishing, the marble cladding reflects the changing light of the Bosphorus throughout the day, giving the palace a dynamic and ever-shifting character. This material selection underscores a desire for both beauty and resilience in a monumental structure. Access to Beylerbeyi Palace was thoughtfully designed, featuring distinct entrances for land and sea arrivals. The land entrance, situated on the palace's western side, is marked by an ornate gate, reflecting the grand entry points common in Ottoman architecture. However, given its Bosphorus location, the sea entrance held particular significance. A ceremonial gate, flanked by imposing structures, allowed dignitaries and the imperial family to disembark directly onto the palace grounds from their boats. This dual access facilitated both land-based and waterborne travel, emphasizing the palace's connection to the maritime life of Istanbul. The interior layout of Beylerbeyi Palace, while incorporating European aesthetic elements, largely adheres to traditional Ottoman residential planning, most notably through the clear separation of the selamlik and harem sections. The selamlik, or public section, was dedicated to state affairs, official receptions, and male guests. The harem, conversely, served as the private living quarters for the sultan's family and women of the court, ensuring privacy and adherence to social customs. This division reflects the enduring cultural norms of the Ottoman Empire, even within a palace embracing modern design principles. At the very heart of Beylerbeyi Palace lies its magnificent Grand Hall, a central feature designed to impress and awe. This expansive space, extending through multiple stories, is crowned by a striking central dome. The hall is ingeniously designed to maximize natural light, which floods in through numerous windows and reflects off the polished surfaces, creating an ethereal glow. It served as the primary venue for important receptions, ceremonies, and gatherings, embodying the palace's role as a symbol of imperial power and hospitality. Its sheer scale and artistic detailing make it one of the palace's most breathtaking areas. A notable and somewhat unique feature of Beylerbeyi Palace's interior is the extensive use of Egyptian rush matting for flooring in several key areas. Rather than traditional Ottoman carpets or European parquet throughout, this choice introduced an exotic and practical element. The rush matting, known for its cooling properties in summer, would have been particularly welcome in a palace designed as a summer residence. Furthermore, its lightweight nature allowed for easier cleaning and maintenance compared to heavy carpets. This detail reflects a pragmatic approach alongside aesthetic considerations, combining comfort with a touch of the Orient. Illuminating the lavish interiors of Beylerbeyi Palace are numerous opulent Bohemian crystal chandeliers. These magnificent fixtures, primarily imported from Bohemia, modern-day Czech Republic, were highly prized in 19th-century Europe and held immense symbolic value. Their presence throughout the palace underscores Sultan Abdülaziz's appreciation for European luxury and craftsmanship. Each chandelier, with its intricate facets and sparkling prisms, would have cast a dazzling light, enhancing the grandeur of the halls and reception rooms, and contributing significantly to the overall sense of imperial splendor within the palace. As a counterpoint to the European influences, the floors of Beylerbeyi Palace are adorned with exquisite hurried carpets, a testament to unparalleled Ottoman craftsmanship. Hurrik, a town near Istanbul, became renowned for producing some of the finest hand-knotted carpets in the world, often exclusively for the Ottoman imperial court. These carpets are characterized by their incredibly dense knotting, vibrant colors, and intricate floral or medallion designs. Each one was bespoke, reflecting specific patterns and dimensions tailored for the palace's rooms, thus serving as a powerful assertion of Ottoman artistic identity amidst Western-inspired decor. Among the many decorative elements gracing Beylerbeyi Palace are numerous elegant French clocks. These timepieces, often elaborate in design, were not merely functional objects but also significant diplomatic gifts. Historical accounts, including those detailed by researcher Metin Suzan, indicate that several of these clocks were gifts from Napoleon III of France, a significant figure in Abdülaziz's era of Western alignment. Their presence throughout the palace served as constant reminders of imperial connections and diplomatic relations, marking time with sophisticated European precision and adding another layer to the palace's East-meets-West aesthetic. The ceilings of Beylerbeyi Palace are a canvas for intricate hand-painted decorations, a striking example of artistic detail within the imperial residence. These elaborate frescoes often feature pastoral scenes, classical motifs, and remarkably, a significant number of maritime themes. This preference for nautical imagery is widely interpreted as a reflection of Sultan Abdülaziz's profound interest in the Ottoman navy and the strategic importance of the Bosphorus. The ceilings transform from mere architectural elements into narrative surfaces, visually linking the palace's interior to its majestic waterfront setting and the Sultan's personal passions. Throughout Beylerbeyi Palace, a rich display of porcelain and ceramic artistry captivates the eye, showcasing both European and Ottoman craftsmanship. Delicate European porcelains, often in the Rococo style, are displayed in cabinets and on console tables, indicating a taste for continental elegance. Simultaneously, traditional Iznik tiles, renowned for their vibrant colors and intricate patterns, adorn certain walls and fireplaces, echoing centuries of Ottoman decorative art. This careful integration of diverse ceramic traditions highlights the palace as a space where global artistic influences converged, creating a unique visual dialogue between different cultural expressions of beauty. The palace features several meticulously designed reception rooms, each serving specific diplomatic and social functions. These salons, typically furnished with a blend of European and Ottoman furniture, were crucial for entertaining foreign dignitaries and hosting imperial gatherings. They are adorned with a similar mix of artistic elements seen elsewhere in the palace: Hurrik carpets, crystal chandeliers, and elaborate ceiling paintings. The arrangement and decor of these rooms were carefully curated to project an image of sophisticated power and refined taste, acting as vital stages for the Sultan's public engagements and the empire's diplomatic efforts. Within the palace, the Sultan's private suite offers a glimpse into Abdülaziz's more intimate living spaces, though still reflecting imperial grandeur. While less overtly ceremonial than the public reception rooms, these chambers maintained a high level of decorative artistry and comfort. They featured bespoke furniture, personal effects, and a more concentrated display of artwork and calligraphy. This suite would have been the Sultan's personal sanctuary, a place for rest and reflection, yet still designed to uphold his imperial status. Its layout provided both privacy and convenience, balancing the demands of his personal and public life. True to traditional Ottoman palace design, Beylerbeyi includes a distinct harem section, dedicated to the privacy and comfort of the imperial women. This area, while connected to the main palace, was functionally and culturally separated from the public selamlik. It comprised numerous rooms, including living quarters, bathhouses, and private courtyards, all designed to ensure seclusion. Despite the European architectural influences on the palace's exterior and public areas, the harem maintained a more traditional Ottoman aesthetic in its interior design and layout, reflecting the enduring importance of established social norms and privacy within the imperial household. A notable feature for its time, Beylerbeyi Palace incorporated remarkably modern European-style bathrooms. Unlike older Ottoman palaces which relied on more traditional hammam structures, Beylerbeyi boasted bathrooms with running water, plumbed facilities, and elegant fixtures. This inclusion reflects the Sultan's commitment to modernization and the adoption of contemporary comforts seen in European royal residences. It represents an early example of advanced sanitation and luxury integrated into an Ottoman imperial building, highlighting the forward-thinking approach of its design and construction during Abdülaziz's reign. Beyond the main palace structure, the Beylerbeyi estate includes several elegant pavilions. Among these, the marble kiosk, or mermer kosk, stands out for its delicate beauty and architectural precision. Located closer to the Bosphorus, it offers breathtaking views of the strait. Constructed predominantly of marble, this smaller, highly ornate building served as a picturesque resting place and a venue for informal gatherings. Its design echoes the main palace's aesthetic but on a more intimate scale, demonstrating the detailed planning that went into every aspect of the imperial estate, providing diverse spaces for leisure and entertainment. Another charming feature of the Beylerbeyi grounds is the yellow kiosk, or sarı kosk. Distinct from the marble kiosk, its name derives from its light yellow facade, a color often associated with freshness and warmth. This kiosk, situated slightly further inland within the gardens, provided a different perspective of the estate and the Bosphorus. It served as another retreat for the imperial family, offering a serene space for relaxation or informal meetings amidst the lush greenery. The existence of multiple kiosks highlights the emphasis on outdoor living and the creation of varied recreational zones within the palace complex. The Beylerbeyi Palace is enveloped by extensive and meticulously designed terraced gardens that cascade down towards the Bosphorus. These lush grounds feature a diverse array of flora, including mature trees, exotic plants, and vibrant flower beds, creating a harmonious natural setting for the imperial residence. The gardens were not merely decorative, they were conceived as an integral part of the palace experience, offering shaded pathways, serene seating areas, and dramatic vistas of the strait. The terraced layout not only provided structural stability on the sloping terrain but also created multiple levels from which to appreciate the beauty of the palace and its surroundings. Further demonstrating the comprehensive nature of the Beylerbeyi estate is its impressive stable building. This substantial structure, situated discreetly within the palace grounds, was designed to house the Sultan's prized horses. Far from being a mere utilitarian building, the stables reflect the architectural grandeur of the main palace, albeit on a functional scale. Its design includes sturdy masonry, elegant archways, and carefully planned ventilation, indicative of the importance placed on the well-being of the imperial horses. The stables underscore that Beylerbeyi was not just a palace but a fully functioning imperial complex, catering to all aspects of royal life. Sultan Abdülaziz possessed a profound personal interest in maritime affairs, which is conspicuously reflected in the design and decoration of Beylerbeyi Palace. He was known to be a keen admirer of the Ottoman navy and reportedly took an active role in naval developments. This passion manifested in numerous ways within the palace, from the recurring maritime motifs and the hand-painted ceilings to the strategic positioning of the palace directly on the Bosphorus, ensuring unparalleled views of naval movements. His love for the sea deeply influenced the palace's aesthetic, imbuing it with a unique character that resonated with his personal tastes and imperial policies. Beylerbeyi Palace quickly established itself as the preferred imperial guesthouse for distinguished foreign visitors, reflecting its modern amenities and opulent design. Among its most celebrated guests was Empress Eugenie of France, wife of Napoleon III, who visited Istanbul in 1869. Her visit, a significant diplomatic event, underscores the palace's role in projecting Ottoman grandeur and hospitality on the international stage. Accounts from her visit highlight her admiration for the palace, particularly its blend of European luxury and exotic Ottoman charm, solidifying Beylerbeyi's reputation as a premier destination for royal guests. The primary function of Beylerbeyi Palace was to serve as a summer residence for the Ottoman imperial family. In the hot and often crowded environment of Topkapi Palace, Beylerbeyi offered a cooler, more spacious, and refreshing retreat by the Bosphorus. The sea breezes provided natural ventilation, and the extensive gardens offered ample space for leisure and recreation, making it an ideal escape from the summer heat of the city center. This seasonal use influenced many aspects of its design, from the light-colored marble exterior to the cooling rush matting inside, creating an oasis of comfort and tranquility. The story of Beylerbeyi Palace is tragically intertwined with the fate of its patron, Sultan Abdülaziz. Less than a decade after the palace's completion, in 1876, Abdülaziz was deposed amidst political turmoil and financial crisis within the empire. Shortly after his deposition, he was found dead in Surigan Palace, with official accounts declaring suicide. However, widespread suspicions of assassination have persisted throughout history, casting a long shadow over his reign and his architectural legacy. His tragic end marked a tumultuous period for the Ottoman Empire, and Beylerbeyi, a symbol of his modernizing vision, bore silent witness to this era. Despite the tragic end of Sultan Abdülaziz, Beylerbeyi Palace continued to serve the Ottoman imperial family, albeit with varying intensity. It became a preferred residence for other sultans and often housed princes and other members of the royal household. Notably, Sultan Murad V, Abdülaziz's successor, was held under house arrest at Beylerbeyi for a period after his short reign. Later, the palace provided a dignified, though secluded, residence for other deposed members of the imperial family. Its continued use, even under different circumstances, speaks to its enduring appeal and functional capabilities as an imperial dwelling. Beylerbeyi Palace holds a poignant connection to the founder of modern Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. In the final years of his life, Ataturk, grappling with severe health issues, spent time recuperating at Beylerbeyi. He appreciated its tranquil atmosphere and commanding views of the Bosphorus. It is documented that he received foreign dignitaries and conducted state affairs from the palace during these periods. This personal association links Beylerbeyi not only to the twilight of the Ottoman Empire but also to the nascent years of the Turkish Republic, adding another significant layer to its already rich historical narrative. Like many historical structures, Beylerbeyi Palace experienced periods of neglect and subsequent decline following the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire and the establishment of the Republic. The shift in national priorities meant that maintenance on imperial properties often faltered. However, recognizing its profound historical and architectural significance, comprehensive restoration efforts were initiated in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. These projects, guided by historical research and architectural conservation principles, aimed to meticulously restore the palace to its original grandeur, ensuring its preservation for future generations and addressing decades of wear and tear. Today, Beylerbeyi Palace stands as a beautifully preserved museum, open to the public. It is managed by the Directorate of National Palaces, allowing visitors to step back in time and explore its opulent rooms, learn about its history, and admire its unique architecture. The conversion into a museum ensures that its intricate details, from the hand-painted ceilings to the hurried carpets, are accessible for all to appreciate. This public access not only serves to educate but also to foster a deeper connection between modern Turkey and its rich imperial past, inviting countless visitors each year to walk through its hallowed halls. Beylerbeyi Palace represents more than just an architectural marvel, it is a profound symbol of the Ottoman Empire's attempt to bridge disparate cultural worlds. Its design, consciously blending European neo-Baroque and Empire styles with traditional Ottoman elements, reflects a period of intense modernization and engagement with the West. It stands as a physical manifestation of an empire seeking to redefine itself, to absorb new influences while retaining its unique identity. This palace, therefore, is not merely a residence but a tangible document of a pivotal era, showcasing a complex cultural dialogue etched in stone and ornament. The enduring legacy of Beylerbeyi Palace lies in its remarkable preservation as a masterpiece of 19th-century Ottoman architecture. It offers invaluable insights into the imperial lifestyle, artistic preferences, and diplomatic practices of Sultan Abdülaziz's reign. Its unique blend of styles continues to fascinate architects and historians alike, serving as a testament to the Buyllyan family's genius and the Ottoman Empire's capacity for innovation. As the sun sets over the Bosphorus, casting a golden glow on its marble facades, Beylerbeyi Palace remains a powerful, eloquent reminder of a rich and complex past, inviting contemplation and admiration for generations to come.